So Scott Wall is a really hands-on director. What was it like for you working with him on a movie like this?
It was interesting. You know, he worked in stunts for years, and so had this incredible, obviously, education in stunt work. But taking on a project like this, you have complete faith that he's going to make it as kind of real as he could, and he did that by negating the idea of green screen or CGI. So all of the stunts are authentic. And he referenced a film like Drive, which was a film that I adored when I saw it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
I love that.
Brilliant film, yeah. And I think what he liked about that was the idea of the time. And I think what's interesting with this is there's a race against time, but there's certainly kind of a silence that the characters have within the car that combats that.
Well, was there any stunt that he asked you to do that you were like, oh, I don't know, that's a little too much?
I think there were a couple times, yeah, where they were like, do you think you could do this? And I was just like, no, I'm going to leave that to the professionals. But they certainly, oh my gosh, I actually just drooled.
Oh.
I just drooled all over it. I mean,
we'll cut that down. That's okay.
We don't want to
have you. Okay, with your permission, we'll keep in Imogen Poots drooling.
Obviously, I just love cars so much.
You love that car.
I just can't deal. I know it's there. But what was the question?
About any stunt that you were like, Scott, I don't know if I can do this.
Well, there was some. I mean, falling backwards off a building is still, that's pretty intense. That's a pretty kind of hard thing to do if you're not used to it. So I would look behind me and there were sort of 5 stunt guys with this huge map being like, you can do it! Obviously thinking she's a wimp. But you sort of, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get.
I know that Scott was inspired by a lot of sort of the classic car movies of the 60s and 70s, Steve McQueen's Bullet, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
Did he have you watch any of those? Did you go back and kind of, to get a sort of feel for what he was going for, did you watch any classic car movies?
I mean, the car movies that I love are really like Thelma and Louise.
Oh yeah, that's a
True
good
Romance
one.
has a car in it, you know, or Bonnie and Clyde. Movies like that, really. I'm not a big action movie fan, but I love westerns, and that to me, you know, that really, I think they have so much action in them. If that's
yeah,
what
this is
they're
kind of a
looking for.
modern day western in a sense.
Need for Speed is the modern. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Let me ask you about working with your co-star, Aaron Paul.
Yes.
The chemistry with you guys was great in the movie. Was that sort of immediate when you first met him?
It was, we just done a film together in London, so that was sort of there.
So you had that going into this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, which was really, really special, and I think I would have had a lot of reservations if I didn't know Aaron as well as I did, actually, going into a film like this. Was
it nice to finally do a movie with your own accent, in a big American movie like this,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was cool. Apparently the British accent is supposedly extremely exotic, which is very amusing to everyone in Britain. But,
do they just laugh at us? They're like, why do they love our accent?
Well, that is what it is. But I get it. I mean, to me, like, there are some, you know, there are American accents that I go crazy for, so maybe it's the same thing.
Your character in the film is a car expert. Did you learn anything? Did you think you know now more than you did before about cars?
Well, you know, I did my driving test the other week and I couldn't even find some of the things I was meant to be looking for. So I don't know if I learned a lot about them. I did one thing I did learn though is that people really love cars. People go crazy for cars.
Oh, yeah.
And that's cool, and they should do that.
We're a car culture over here.
Yes, and I get that. So you get your license when you're 15, 16 and go out into the world and, you know, you can stand outside with speakers, like say anything out, you know, that's the whole point, right?
Thank you. So great talking to you.
You too.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Absolutely, you too.